Yeah, when I first heard about the DIRT project, it was Sean Weed from UPEI got in touch with me. This was before I was Executive Director of Culture PEI. And at that point, as a filmmaker in the community, he was looking around for people who might be interested in getting involved in the project, and he mentioned it to me, and I was very, very enthusiastic about it. So later, when I actually got this job at Culture PEI and the project came up again, I was really delighted to get re-engaged with it. And the main reason for me is that I think there's things that artists can do when they come into a school system that kind of create a whole different atmosphere from the usual atmosphere that's created in the sort of typical classroom situation. One thing for sure is that artists are really about getting the job done. And so what happens when an artist comes into a classroom is they're immediately trying to figure out what is it we're trying to accomplish here and what's the most efficient way to get to the actual solution. So for them, the thing isn't so much that there's steps laid out that they have to follow, but the whole thing is a problem-solving exercise. At every stage, what they do is they kind of make it up as they go along. And this is a very unusual sort of way of tackling tasks in a school setting. Normally in school settings, there's kind of the process is already defined. Whereas with this, the process is really what's at play. And so one of the other things I really like about the DIRT project is that at the end of the project, there's a concrete product for a real audience. So it isn't just an exercise for the sake of doing it and trying it out. It's an exercise for the sake of actually communicating with somebody at the end of the day. And so it creates a kind of an urgency, I think, to the work that's a little bit unusual, I think, for students. And this is what I'm kind of hearing from students or from the artists who are working on this thing, is that the students are not used to working this way. They're not used to the idea of something that's completely open-ended and where there isn't really a prescribed process. They're not used to the idea that at some point somebody's going to say, well, what do you want? As opposed to, here's what you have to do next.